nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains, repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat, repeat the sounding joy. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of His righteousness, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love, and wonders of His love.
Good morning, everyone. And let's say hello to our wonderful musicians. We have Lisa Crawley, who's doing vocals and on piano. Gordon Bash on upright bass. And Alexander Burke here on the vibraphone. So as you can see, we put together a fabulous music team for you to provide inspiration and celebration on this festive acknowledgement of the holiday Christmas, and as well to honor Hanukkah in this room for the lighting of the light. And we're going to have some fun and be inspired and reflect and be open to growing. How does everyone feel about that, both online and in person? Good. So without a doubt, let's take it away. There's lyrics in your program, and we're going to sing together the song Jingle Bells.
You may have heard of it before.
You ever heard of it?
And we have our very own Jingle Bells that we're going to be featuring. So, all right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, the fields we go, laughing all the way. bells on bobtails, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing on a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Now, it's not every day you have your very own jingle bells, Mr. Santa Hat. Alex Burke, give us a little solo there. 1, 2, 3, take it away. Hand claps. Nice, very nice. All right, I feel like we should sing this again. Here we go. Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. On the fields we go, laughing all the way. Some bobtail rings, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Yay! I love that. I love it. And we got some vocals by Gordon as well in the background. So that's great. It's so fantastic to have the three of you here with us today. So thank you for being here. Yes. Is there anything you can tell us about yourselves? Oh, sorry to put you on the spot. I'll put it this way. This trio, which you don't always work as a trio, right? But you have worked together before.
Oh, we've all worked together in some capacity.
Right.
Yeah, we've written music together and played different events. And Alex, I'm from New Zealand. Alex seems to know every New Zealander in America. So I don't know how that works. But there you go.
Well, wonderful. Well, what I do know for them, and let's just honor them, and that they have been working their tail ends off this holiday season. They're all talking about the gigs they've been on and going on. Lisa just drove in from San Luis Obispo in the between midnight and 5 a.m. from a gig. So, and they're all headed out working on other gigs today. So thank you for bringing your light to us today. We are the Center for Spiritual Living Los Angeles, and I'm Reverend Dr. Keith Cox, and I welcome you and honor you and say thank you for being here today, both online, whether you're joining us through Zoom and or our YouTube, and in person here in the room. We're a community that honors and acknowledges the individualized expression of the only thing there is, which is the energy of the divine. In all of its magnificence and glory, it expresses itself through each one of us. We practice the philosophy, faith, and way of life, primarily known as the science of mind here. The science of mind is a teaching, if you will, whose foundational text is that it's all one energy, one life that's expressing itself through us, through our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions, our reactions, and our interactions with the very thing itself, which is life itself. And because we're unique, individualized expressions of that, it feels different to all of us, but it's not, because we live in a universe that's governed by spiritual law, and it responds to us by providing corresponding experiences to our state of mind. So today, on this day, the 21st of December, the winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere, we all have a choice to make, and that is to decide what state of mind we want to be in as we're here in this service today. And so I'm going to affirm for all of us that we're going to have one of joy, right, and fun, and retrospection and introspection as well. And so we're going to continue our holiday service by our candlelight lighting and our ritual called Calling in the Light. To ignite our flame today, I'm going to invite one of our favorite members and loved ones, Ramses Arias Daniels, here to illuminate the candle. Lisa, could you give me some Calling in the Light, just piano music underneath, please? Thank you. So hold on, I'll let you know when the time is. Ramses was telling me that he and his husband were out partying late last night, so might be a little shaky with the flame today. We've all been there, right? Shaky with our flame. So let's hear these words. And so today we perform this ceremony, calling in the light, to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faiths, all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence which we call spirit. The purpose of this ritual is to draw into our gathering a more conscious awareness of our oneness and the qualities that we possess as complete expressions of the divine. And so as we feel the vibration shift during this experience, may we become ever more aware of the light of life that exists in and as all expressions of life. As Ramses lights the candle, the quality of the divine that we light this candle for today, thank you, is peace. The acronym that I have for peace is this: purposeful energy activates conscious evolution. And so I invite you to take this in of being purposeful in our energy and our choices today, knowing that conscious evolution is an awakening to a new idea. And that new idea is a remembrance that we are indeed the light of life. So let's also declare this light the healing candle. And I invite us to think of anyone that we would like to put into that light, which I encourage should include yourself, knowing that all shall experience the eternal and everlasting love of the divine. The affirmative prayer that I have for us for this ritual is from a writing called New Thought Medicine 5.0. And I invite you to take this affirmation into your heart as it begins with I, and hear it for yourself. Today, I receive the light of God, and I freely pass it on. Divine radiance shines through my thoughts and actions, healing and blessing all I meet. There are no shadows in my mind, for my truth illumines my soul. We sing together the song Calling in the Light to anchor in this ritual.
Calling in the light, calling in the light, calling in the light of love, calling in the light, calling in the light, calling in the light of love. I am love.
I am love,
I am peace
peace
in my heart. I am free. I am spirit. I am soul. All together, we are whole. Calling in the light, calling in the light, calling in the light of love.
So it is, so it is, and so it is.
Ah, so lovely. So lovely. And listening to the vibraphone and the beautiful music and the vocals and honoring all of you and feeling the energy of that ritual, I tuned into, just for myself, the knowing that today is the winter solstice and and I'm going to speak about that in a little bit, of that being the shortest day, meaning that the darkness shows up sooner than it does, but at the same time, starting tomorrow, the light begins to arrive earlier and earlier day by day. And that is an outward expression of literally calling in the light. And so if you and I were to think of each day as the sun rises and the sun sets, which is another whole story, that it really doesn't rise or set. It's us moving. But with that said, that as it rises and sets, that we can remember the lyrics to that song. That I am light, I am love, I am peace, and together we're whole. And to let that be a guide and an inspiration for each of us to not only remember who we are, but to the best of our ability, act in accordance to who we are as divine beings, and then radiate that energy out, knowing that it must return to us multiplied abundantly, because that is its nature. So Lisa asked me on the darkest, shortest day of the year if they could do, she said, a sadder version of Silent Night.
I was joking.
Oh, you were?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I've got a whole shtick prepared around it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So no.
We can roll with it.
No, so I said to her yes, and I was thinking how appropriate, right, that we do a darker version on the darkest day of the year of Silent Night. But but in joy, there's humor as well, right? So are you guys ready to sing along to whatever version of Silent Night we're going to do?
It's a Radiohead version. No.
The Radiohead version, right. With a little Ariana Grande in there and a little Cher in there.
More Tom Waits. No, more Tom Waits at this time of the
Right.
All right,
And then
well, now I feel the
whoever else
pressure's
shows
on.
up, right? So, all right.
We'll see
So,
what happens.
Silent Night, everyone, and please sing along online.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth, Jesus, Lord, at thy birth.
How fabulous. Thank you all. So I'd like to begin my message this morning by, you guys can either move back or have a seat, whatever feels good for you, by reading to us the letter called A Christmas Letter from Dr. Ernest Holmes. Thank you. And it's one that's been read in this center along with many, 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 many other centers for spiritual living around the world on the holiday service day. And I invite you to let it hold special meaning for you today when you hear the words. And I'm going to break it down for us even more in just a moment. But think about it in the context that the book itself, The Science of Mind, was published in this upcoming year in 2026 will be the 100-year anniversary of the book. And Dr. Holmes left planet Earth as far as in his human form sometime in the 1960s. So this letter has been around, and it certainly has a broad metaphysical meaning, but I also believe that it was pertinent to the day whenever it was written. But I also believe it's equally, if not more importantly, pertinent to today, where we each are in our own journey of finding personal self-empowerment through a spiritual awakening, the vision statement for our community, but also to our own personal evolution to the journey of our life based on events that have happened to our life, based on holidays are really all about looking to what was and living in the moment by choice and being open as to what can be. As well as the word Christmas itself holds a different meaning for each of us because we have individualized expressions of mind itself. And with all of that lead in, here's the letter. Christmas is for remembrance. The love manifesting through our gifts to each other typifies the offering of life, the giving of spirit to its creation. The hands of the eternal are outstretched through our hands. The heart of the infinite beats in the human breast. But the giver must give of himself, for the gift without the giver is bare. It is not, then, in lavish gifts that we find true giving, but in the sweet simplicity of remembrance, in the kindly thought, the tolerant mind, and the gentle act. Love alone can give love. Sympathy alone can sympathize. And only goodness can really do or be good. The one who gives for reward does not give at all. They seek to bargain, to trade for spiritual gifts. Hence, they sense loss on their own giving and finds no completion through the act. But the one who gives half their meat to the hungry feels justified and is warmed by a real sense of comradeship. They have established an actual unity between themselves and other offspring of creation. I love that term. And other offspring of creation. Have you ever imagined yourself as being offspring of creation? He goes on to write, great causes succeed when there is a giving of humanity. With the check must come the one who wrote it, their interest, their enthusiasm, their love. The check must be a symbol of their desire to impart themselves, then shall it multiply its benefits and do good. Charity is cold, but love is warm. When heart speaks to heart, a divine conversation has taken place, a heavenly discourse, if you will. Each of us has something to give. Let's see if they give of their best. Let each see that they give of their best, not a test. If we're bringing out gifts to the altar of love, nothing less than the best will be acceptable. Nothing less than all is enough. May the real spirit of Christmas, the giving of self to life, enter and abide in you now and through all time. Beautiful letter, right? Just beautiful. And it in and of itself could be the entire message for us for today. And you will have this letter in our newsletter that goes out tomorrow. to read on your own. But I want to first say thank you to Ernie Holmes for writing that and for whoever published it, and to Hazel, his beloved sidekick, who was always with him. But I want to really break down what this letter means to me today and what I'd like to offer and convey to you at this time of year, where he says that it's really about, and of course, where did I put that piece? Here. Where he speaks of remembrance. He tells us here that it's not then in lavish gifts that we find true giving, but in the sweet simplicity of remembrance. Now, the traditional mind would think that he's speaking of remembering of events and things of the past. And I do believe that in some level is what he's speaking of, but I would like for us to open our minds today to have a broader perspective on what I believe Ernest is speaking of there today, and certainly what I am encouraging each of us to make a choice in our life to remember. And that is to remember who we are as divine beings, as the offspring of creation, to let our light shine. To remember that we're each imbued with peace and power and beauty and joy and light and life and love and wisdom, no matter what. No matter what's going on in the world and no matter what's going on in our own life, to remember that just as being celebrated at this time of year, the return of light from darkness, the birth of the baby Jesus, and the extension of the oil in the Hanukkah lamp, that we're here to look at the possibility of miracles in our life. Yes, Ernie's telling us at this time of remembrance to remember the wonderful times of yesteryear, of the challenging times that we've all individually and collectively risen above, of the miracles that we have experienced in our life, of the love that we share with our family of life, of all humans, pets, and mind, soul, and body, of the growth that we've all experienced in life, of the dark moments that we've had in life that's an integral part of the mosaic of our life, of the ability to laugh and to love and to live and to forgive, and of the nature of life and its abundance, of the qualities of peace and power and beauty and joy and light and life and love and wisdom that we all have within us, and of the times that we've known this and act in accordance and the times that we've forgotten, and of the possibilities that lie ahead for us and for the grace of God that is at our disposal no matter what. Most importantly, what I believe we're here to remember is that the ability to remember in and of itself is a miracle. Imagine for just a moment what's transpiring in your mind as an offspring of creation, that your mind works in a way that you can remember who you are as a divine being and the power and the richness that that in and of itself holds, as well as the remembrance of Christmases past and the remembrances of what possibilities exist within us for Christmases of the future. Today, I want us to begin to open our mind to a miracle in a new way. A miracle of experience, of existence, and of expression. Well, what is a miracle? Obviously, we look at it from historically, as I said before, the baby Jesus and the Hanukkah light. But in metaphysical terms, which is what we teach here at the Center for Spiritual Living and Science of Mind, this is how a miracle is defined. As per Holmes. He says, because we fail to realize that the principle of creation is not bound by precedent, we limit our faith to that which has already been accomplished, and few miracles result. However, when through intention, faith finds its proper place under divine law, there are no limitations, and what are called miraculous results occur. So today I invite you to open yourself to being open, to having faith in a way under the divine law, to accept and know with every fiber of our being that there are no limitations within the realm of possibility of creation in our life, and what we deem miraculous results can occur. Our perspective alone can simply be the fact that our mind can comprehend these words and be open to owning whatever past definition there was to them while holding on to the possibility of a new idea. Faith is what it's about. Holmes goes on to tell us if we're to have an active faith, the faith of God instead of merely a faith in God, then our thought must be centered in universal mind and its nature, and we must be convinced that under divine law, all things are possible. On this day, the 21st of December, the celebration of Christmas and Hanukkah and the winter solstice, I invite all of us to open our mind to experiencing miracles in a new way, because miracles happen for those who believe. And to set the intention to experience more and more and more and more and more of them. A miracle, in A Course in Miracles, is the ability to have a new perspective. And by setting the intention, we know already that Deepak Chopra has taught us that inherent within the seed of intention is the fulfillment of its desire. So all that's required of us is to set the intention for the miracle, the new perspective, to experience life in all of its magnificence in a new way, and to know that we don't have to make that happen, but to understand under divine law it's already happening through us, and our role is to be open to it, just like when Ramses came up and flicked the switch on the mechanics here, which then lit the end of the mechanics, which then gave him the opportunity to put it on the candle, which then the candle received it and it lit and illumined, and you and I looked at that and saw it and remembered what light can be and the power within that, and acknowledge that through the act of remembrance, but also through the act of being a mental being and knowing that inherently within us is the mental energy to align with that and to know it and then to use it in a way that's powerful. Albert Einstein tells us there's only two ways to live your life. Only two. One is as though nothing is a miracle. And the other is though everything is a miracle. He says, I prefer the latter. And so I invite you today to begin to open your mind to thinking about and potentially remembering what it would have been like many, 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 many years ago, before electricity, before fire was discovered, but walking planet Earth, and the days got darker sooner than they did before, and then they got darker, and then they got darker, and then they got darker. And then the next day, it got lighter sooner, and the next day it got lighter, and lighter the next day, and the night, and night. Imagine that mindset and looking out into the sky and knowing that your world would become light, and then become dark, and then become light, and then become dark. Would it not be possible in that moment that one would look at just the act of that alone in and of itself was a miracle, and wondering what was the energy behind it that caused it to happen? Hence the honoring of the winter solstice and those dark days, and summer solstice began to be part of the experience of the modern day evolution of life itself. Today, on this day of the winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere, as we also look at Hanukkah and we also look at Christmas, I'd like for us to open our mind to a spiritual meaning of the winter solstice, and let that also be a foundation from how we choose to look at life as a miracle. The spiritual meaning, boy, that rolled off the tongue, didn't it? The spiritual meaning of the winter solstice centers on rebirth, renewal, and hope. And just a reminder, in our philosophy, faith, and way of life, hope is looked at in this definition. It's about turning to a new perspective, but also awakening to the Christ within. That's what hope stands for here. So the spiritual meaning of the winter solstice centers on rebirth, renewal, and hope, marking the longest night as the turning point where darkness begins to recede and the sun's light starts, it returns, symbolizing spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. I invite you to invite in for yourself right now a spiritual awakening, without being attached to how that's going to feel, how it's going to look, how it's going to play out. Just know that it's part of your spiritual DNA to manifest itself through you. It goes on here to tell us that the winter solstice and its spiritual meaning reminds us that this is a time for deep introspection, releasing old patterns, setting intentions, and embracing the cycle of death and rebirth, honoring both inner darkness, reflection, and the coming light as growth. Some key spiritual themes is the return of light, a cosmic reset celebrating the victory of light over darkness, bringing hope and promise for brighter days. Inner reflection, the deep dark encourages quiet, inner work, self-inquiry, and processing the past year's lessons. Rebirth and renewal means this, symbolizes a fresh start, planting seeds for a new spiritual growth and the potential for personal transformation. And then duality, acknowledging the balance between light and shadow, rest and action, understanding that stillness is essential for growth. How often during this time of year do we forget to engage in stillness? And then the last is setting intentions, moving from rigid resolutions to gentle intentions, focusing on spiritual nurturing rather than forcing outcomes. Today we each have before us, in this modern world that we live in, to look back on those times where we didn't have electricity or candlelight or fire, and it would get darker and then the light would come back, and to imagine what it might have been like at that time, and then to latch on to our power of imagination and give ourselves the gift of imagining what our life can be like from today to tomorrow and tomorrow to the next day and the next and the next and the next. So that imagination and our power of that and our use of that and our intention to have spiritual awakenings begins to settle in our soul so that we do begin to walk day by day, thought by thought, action by action, reaction by reaction, and interaction by interaction, steeped in the faith of God. And to know that just as the celestial sky is forever moving and lighting up the world, that's also within us, deep within us as the life of the divine. And so today I invite you to invite in your ability and the act to imagine a new perspective, to imagine seeing the light of life in a new way, to imagine experiencing life anew. I was reading yesterday about this new cosmic force that's happening in our universe. Anybody familiar with it? It's called the 31/Atlas. Anybody? Wake up. No, I'm just kidding. Wake up. They're coming. But it's true in some ways they are. There's this energy that is moving through the night sky. And I call it the night sky because it's just literally the celestial universe that it's moving through. And it's been acknowledged, never seen before, and is not from our galaxy. And it's coming closer and closer. And it's vibrating with the force of life. We may never be able to see it with the naked eye of the human, but it's still coming because that's the nature of life. That it's forever moving, light is forever moving through our universe, and we're only just a tiny, 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 tiny speck in it. I've been watching a lot of YouTube recently, which is a great source of education and illumination and other various things, and follow different scientists. And one who was speaking the other day that if you were to condense down the coming to life of Mother Earth into a 24-hour cycle, that humans showed up on the 23rd hour at the 59th minute. Take that in. That we in the birthing and coming to life of Mother Earth, just one planet in one solar system, in one galaxy, which is one of billions of stars and light out there. And there's just one of you and one of me that's walking this earth. And if you were to condense down the life of Earth itself into a 24-hour cycle, that we showed up on the 23rd hour in the 58th minute. Imagine that. Does that diminish your power? No. Your power can never be diminished. But it does give us the ability to have a different perspective on how we use it and the role that we play both in our own individual journey of finding personal self-empowerment through a spiritual awakening, while also understanding at the same time there's this massive, I've lost the word I was looking for, experience of life that is cosmic, that we're both individualized and cosmic at the same time. And so I'm going to share with you this writing that I found that speaks to A31 Atlas and the perspective of knowing that this light is coming towards us at literally the speed of light from a new galaxy into ours, and let it be a calling. Just as it was believed that when the light in the night sky, the day that the baby Jesus was born, was a calling to humanity, this is one for us. And let's have zero attachment as to what it means in the context of what's coming to us from a celestial perspective, but looking at it through the lens as a symbol and as an opportunity, as an invitation to use our imagination to curate a state of mind that reflects our divine nature that is imbued with peace and power and beauty and joy and light and life and love and wisdom. And as a result of that, we become more and more empowered and begin walking the consciousness of Christ. This is what Vicki Wills wrote regarding this. 31 Atlas and the return of Christ consciousness was about the 19th of December. Today, on the 19th of December, 2025, a celestial traveler known as 31 Atlas reaches its closest point to Earth, only the third interstellar object ever recorded to pass through our part of the universe. A visitor not originating from our solar system, but from elsewhere, somewhere far vaster and more mysterious from an unexplored region of the galaxy of which we know very little about. Could this arrival be more than a random occurrence? What if the universe doesn't move in straight lines but in spirals? What if it remembers? What if it repeats and returns a cyclical nature? Over 2,000 years ago, the three wise men felt a calling, a deep inner pull and knowing to follow a bright light in the sky. An object unlike anything ever seen before, a sign from beyond our world, appearing at the moment of a great birth. Could it be possible that 31 Atlas is that very same light? That very same object returning once more? What if 31 Atlas is not simply matter randomly passing through space, but a carrier of ancient memories, frequencies, energies, and codes? What if it carries the very imprint of Christ consciousness itself? The eternal and infinite vibrational state of love and unity with the divine embodied by Jesus, Yeshua, and many other masters of light who have walked upon the earth. Has 31 Atlas arrived once again to herald the birth of this elevated frequency? Isn't it curious that the visitor reaches its closest point to earth just as we approach Christmas? The time when millions honor the birth of Jesus, who was a living embodiment of that very consciousness. And then there's the name, 31 Atlas itself. Symbolically, it may point to the awakening of the third eye, the chakra at the center of the forehead, the gateway to inner sight, inner knowing, and higher awareness, which once opened, allows us to pierce and see beyond the veil. Could 31 Atlas be appearing now as a part of a greater pattern? Could it be here to remind us of something we've all deeply forgotten? Perhaps all the stories are true. Perhaps it is the second coming. Perhaps the Christ is indeed returning, yet not as the birth of one person, but as the rebirth within millions across the world. Men and women spiritually awakening, opening their inner eyes, expanding their minds, and returning to the love that still lives within our hearts. Just as witnessed by 3 wise men, only now in 2025, it's not one holy night, but a worldwide holy remembering. A rebirth of Christ consciousness available within every single one of us. So, maybe a new perspective. Maybe it's not just a light in the sky. Maybe it's not just a random comet or an interstellar object. Maybe, just maybe, its arrival is a return, a reminder and a remembering, a rebirth of millions of lights turning on within. So where earlier today did we hear about a remembrance? From Ernie. Remember? He told us Christmas is for remembering. It's for a remembrance. And so today, for you, each and every one of you, and all that you come in contact with, either inside your imagination or outside on Mother Earth, walking the streets of Los Angeles or wherever you may be, or maybe somewhere in between or possibly beyond, I know and affirm for each one of us that this rebirth is not just a possibility or a probability, but a reality. And we've let it be symbolized and signified by the light that we lit today. And so today, let's all set the intention and open our mind and claim and affirm and declare. Thank you, 3 wise men. We're going to let the light shine from within to illuminate the world in a new way. Merry Christmas. Thank you. And so now I believe it's time to sing again. Let's welcome Alex, Gordon, and Lisa back to the BMO. And so they're going to do a song for us that I think has deep, deep meaning. And I believe that deep meaning is on several different levels. And I'm going to let you choose to believe what those levels are as Lisa sings it, because she asked if they could do this song today. And the answer is, of course, yes.
All right. Take it away, Gordon. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Oh, so darling, stand by me. Oh, stand or sit by me, whatever you want to do. Oh, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains solo, Gordon. Oh, so darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me, stand by me. I kind of want to hear these guys. I don't know about you. Won't you stand by me? You sound good. Stand by me. Oh, whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Ooh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me. Oh, stand by me.
I love that.
Great singing.
Of course, they're singing. They're going to keep singing. We're going to sing "O Come All Ye Faithful" now. But I want to go. So, "Stand by Me" was written. Do you have who wrote the song?
Ben E. King. Well, he made it famous.
He made it
Almost.
famous, but he didn't write it. I'm trying to remember the guy's name that wrote it. But it was in the movie too, right? "Stand by Me." Yes, good,
Yes.
wonderful.
Great movie.
A great movie, exactly. See the many different layers I was saying, right? So, and 31 Atlas is standing by you. All right, so our Reverend Lenore sent us a message to say that it was discovered in July of this year, 31 Atlas, moving towards us. And so now we're going to do two more Christmas carols, one more, right? So, "O Come All Ye Faithful," and the lyrics are on the back. And so it's a very special song to me. And when we sing along with it, let's remember that I spoke of faith earlier. And my acronym, I've been told I need to write a book on acronyms, for faith is full assurance in the heart. So when you think of faithful, full assurance in your heart. Heart being the symbol for love, right? So we're opening to love. Alrighty, let's sing along.
Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Sing choirs of angels, sing in exaltation, sing all hidden sins of God's holy word. Give to our Father glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Oh, Lord, we greet thee on this happy morning. Oh, Jesus, forever be thy name adored.
appearing. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Oh, come, let us adore Him. Oh, come, let us adore Him, Christ the
Thank you all for being here today and for bringing your energy and your light to both the service and to our community and to each other. It's a real honor and privilege and pleasure to put together this service for us today. And I want to thank our musicians. So Alexander Burke, so thank you. And Travis and I were talking earlier in the week about what it's like to travel with a vibraphone, right? Travis was like, oh my God, because remember he thought it was going to be a maramba. So marimba is what he thought you were bringing. And Travis was like, I feel so bad for him. And I said to Travis, he's going to laugh when I say this, I said to him, hey, the dude chose it. He didn't pick a piccolo. Like he could have picked a piccolo, but instead he knows what he's doing, right? So definitely. Gordon Bash, thank you so very much. Yes, thank you so very, very much. Right? And to Lisa Crawley, not only just a fabulous musician, but organize this fine team and work together to put it all together. A huge thank you to our audio technician in the back, Travis Smith, who works so diligently and always behind the scenes. And so, and a thank you to Robert Hensley, our administrative assistant. And let's make sure to thank Scott and to Javi in the back when you have a moment. You also notice there's a new security team in letting you in today. And we've been working with Colamy to ensure safety here today and to strengthen and broaden the security of the building for each and every one of us. And so it does indeed take a village to put all of this together for us to provide for this village wonderful situations and scenarios and services and to let you know how much we love and appreciate you. On that note, we're going to take a moment to let you love and appreciate us back through the form of moolah, money, cash, jewelry, etc. And so, Joe, to your right is the basket. For those of you that if you'd like to support us by giving in the forms of anything you'd like to extend your hand with in physical sense, you can do that there. If you'd like to do that through a technological sense, you can go to our website, CSL-LA.org, and click on Donate or an app in the App Store. And just know that all is appreciated and it goes to good work, not only propagating our community, but giving back to those at hand. And so let's all, as that's happening, if it feels comfortable for you, close your eyes and just feel yourself in the flow of good manifesting itself. And just as Ernie said to us in the letter, those to give must give of themselves. And so let's know that what we are giving is our light indeed. And so I invite you to affirm with me these words aloud. Today is the day I give from my heart. Love magnifies through me, radiates forth from me, touches and connects with 31 Atlas, and as good, which is everywhere in the universe, it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. And so it is. So our beloved Sherry Bazanis, and ways that she loves to give to us, has brought us jelly donuts today, which are going to be outside for you to enjoy. And Christmas donuts. I'm sorry I missed that part. I was including them all in one package, but let's be specific. And so...
Any others over there?
So let the mind of God speak, as Sherry Bazanis, and also the heart of God give as donuts, both donuts in jelly form and Christmas form, and sometimes Christmas has jelly in it, and that's jelly as in the product for peanut and jelly, not as in, ooh, I'm so jelly at you, girl. So, and before we close out with the song, Let There Be Peace on Earth, I'd like for us to anchor back in the light of the divine for a moment. And once again, if it feels comfortable and safe for you, I invite you to close your eyes. And for those of you watching online, know that you're here with us in the room, both through Zoom and through YouTube Live. And even if it's not live when you watch us at a later date, I invite you to know that this time that we've spent together today has ignited within us a remembrance again of who and what we are. And we heed the call, just as the three wise men did, to shine our light forward. And so as I extinguish the light that we've lit on our table, in between the poinsettia and the Buddha, let's let it symbolize the light that's within each one of us, and as it's extinguished, it's awakened within you in a new way. And you hear these words by Norman Wesley Brooks as a guide. Let every day be Christmas. Christmas is forever, not just for one day. For loving, sharing, giving are not to put away like bells and lights and tinsels in some box upon a shelf. The good you do for others is good you do yourself. Peace on earth, goodwill to men, kind thoughts and words of cheer are things we should use often and not just once a year. Remember, too, the Christ child grew up to be a man. To hide him in a cradle is not our dear Lord's plan. So keep the Christmas spirit, share it with others far and near, from week to week and month to month, throughout the entire year. I invite you to stand, hold hands if that feels comfortable and safe, as we sing together, Let There Be Peace on Earth. The lyrics are on the back of your program, and we shall.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our Father, brothers all are we. Let me walk with my brother in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
So it is. Mary, 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 thank you. Thank you.